Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. It is the 1st of June, which is International Children's Day. So naturally today I'm looking forward to spending some time with my kids. But later this evening, I am going to be streaming the Diablo IV launch. I have an event already set up in the channel just in case you guys happen to miss it. You can go to the channel, you can click the button to get notified and all of that jazz. You can see the thumbnail right here. We are starting the live stream 2 hours ahead of release, and the reasoning behind that is because Blizzard actually went ahead and they posted a couple of lore videos. And I want to watch these lore videos, kind of like get reacquainted with the lore of Sanctuary, because it's been so long since I've been away from the world of Sanctuary that we're going to be watching all of these, and I'm going to be giving you guys my opinions on the stuff that has happened, the things that I can remember from previous Diablo experiences, and it's just going to be an overall cozy time ahead of launch. So whether you're someone who is planning to, hit the ground running when the game releases, you can just hang out at the beginning of the stream and then you can bail out. But me personally, once the game releases, I plan on playing for at least a couple of hours. But to be honest, I am 41 years old. I really struggle staying up late as I used to when I was much younger, especially with, after a day out with the kids and stuff like that. So I don't know how long I'll be playing for, but I'm definitely going to be playing on release. The character that I'm going to be starting with is going to be the Necromancer, mostly because of nostalgia. Necromancer is the first character that I ever made in Diablo 2. Also, let me just adjust the volume here. I feel like this is a little bit loud. But Necromancer was the first character I ever played in Diablo 2, and it just holds a special place in my heart, personally. So that is what we're going to be doing. In case you guys are wondering about the release times, Blizzard has a map here which gives you times for different time zones and all of that. It's 12 a.m. BST for me because I'm in Portugal, which is like all the way down here, and that is basically on the same time zone as London. So it's basically midnight release for me. Now, in case you guys are wondering, in terms of critical reception, Diablo IV is actually getting pretty much excellent reception, which is something that I'm a little bit surprised by. And one of the things that people are going to say, oh yeah, but when we actually get into the live servers, everything's going to come crumbling down because of like the previous issues that Blizzard had with servers. And I agree. I mean, I'm not sure whether or not things are going to be crumbling down or not, but I definitely think that it is a valid concern, the whole server situation. And I especially would like to bring up one more time that Blizzard has no excuse to mess up servers, because Diablo Immortal, which in my opinion was a game that received probably way more users than a lot of their games because people were playing on mobile, people were playing on PC, and I was able to just log in on Diablo Immortal's release, no problem. Logged in, created my character, took my sweet time, jumped the servers, the occasional bit of lag here and there, but mostly no issues. Which is why I said at the time, it's like, look, if Blizzard ever has server issues again, it's on them. Now, one of the Blizzard developers, I don't know exactly who, has actually come out and stated that because of Server Slam and all the closed betas and all of that stuff, their server infrastructure is on point. So this is going to be like double egg in your face if you happen to mess that up, Blizzard. I mean, I don't want to, no pressure or anything, but after all of this, if you mess up the server experience, you're going to be having a couple of problems. But anyways, here's the release dates. We're going to be slamming those servers tonight. I'm personally going to be playing on PlayStation 5. Like I've said, it's a convenience thing for me. It's easier to carry my PlayStation 5 home than my whole ass PC. I only have one gaming rig. I'm not going to be buying no additional PCs and all that jazz. So PS5 is just a more convenient thing, and I thought that the game looked really good on PS5 on the closed betas and stuff like that, so I don't predict that the game's going to suddenly start looking bad. It also ran pretty good during the betas on PS5 too, so that's all good stuff when it comes to that. Now, if you guys are wondering about reviews, we have a bunch of Twitter posts when it comes to reviews. PC Gamer, nobody does it like Blizzard. So this is actually quite a surprising statement. Nobody does it quite like Blizzard. Blizzard's been messing up quite a bit recently, but I have to say, with my experience from the betas, The game is looking pretty good. My biggest thing about the game is I do not like the business model, and I think that it is ridiculously expensive. To give you guys an idea, the version that I bought on PS5 to get the early access today was €100. Oh, I'm sorry. I might have exaggerated that by 1 cent. It was $99.99. That's like the most expensive game I've bought in the last decade. Easily. Although for me, it's pretty much a work expense, so it's not really a big deal. But for most people, that price is completely ridiculous. You know, I'd advise people, like, if you want to get into Diablo, and if you must get in on the release launch window, if this is something that you really want to do, I'd wait the 4 days out, especially because there might be server issues. We shall see if that is the case or not. But then again, if you have friends that are playing day one, look, it is what it is. It's not a business practice that I'm happy with. I do not like monetizing early access to games, but you know, this is the future of gaming apparently, and this is what it's going to happen. Anyways, continuing on with these reviews. Games Radar 10 out of 10. Now see, this is surprising. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10 Gaming Trends, CG Magazine 10 out of 10, The Xerto 10 out of 10, VGC 10 out of 10, GameSpew 10 out of 10, Video Gamer 10 out of 10, TRG 10 out of 10, The Enemy 10 out of 10, Tech Raptor 9.5 out of 10, 9.4 out of 10, 9.1 out of 10, IGN 9 out of 10, Push Square 9 out. Bro, these reviews are wild. Then we also have a couple of content creators that have had early access to the game, and they're also pretty much glowing reviews. On OpenCritic, the game is sitting on an 89, and I believe that on Metacritic, it is sitting on an 88. IGN gave it a 9. You know, review, VGC, Diablo 4 is Blizzard back at its best. And like I said, from what I've played in the betas, it was good. It was really good. I've seen some people complain in the betas, and it's like, look, it is what it is. I liked what I've played in the beta, 100%. I'm going to continue to be critical of the Battle Pass system that they have going. I highly doubt that I'm going to even be buying Battle Passes. Like, the game really is going to have to wow the crap out of me for me to consider buying Battle Passes for future seasons. Right now, I'm going into it just thinking about, like, hey, you know what? I'm going to jump in. I'm going to play the story because I really enjoyed the story that we got in the beta. It felt really nice. I'm just interested in playing through the story, and whether or not I stick around for the end game, I don't know. Especially with Blizzard's reputation for very poor class balancing in a lot of their RPGs. So that is something that is always going to be in the back of my mind. But we'll see how things pan out. Not to mention that they also have the whole respec cost things and all of that. But yeah, anyways, there's a bunch of more reviews in here. The game is getting glowing reviews. That's what you got to know. And then finally, I figured that for the end of this video, we'd very quickly take a look at what are the trending news topics that are going on right now for Diablo 4. This is the early access times. We already went through that. Mechanically perfect romp through a shallow world. Wow, Engadget apparently didn't like it quite as much. Shallow world. I haven't seen any of the reviews. I'm not going to see any of the reviews because I like formulating my own opinion as a content creator. So I'm going to be jumping in. I was going to say blind. It's not really blind because we played through the Fractured Peak sections. We've done one of the raid bosses. We've done all the beta content, basically. We have here from CNN. Diablo 4 is a true return to form for an iconic role-playing series. It's good to hear that people are calling it a return to form. Because, like, if this even comes anywhere close to how I enjoyed Diablo 2, like, I'll be happy. Diablo 4 Early Access coming soon is how to play. Early Access missing time. Diablo 4 missing WASD support at launch. See, I play with a controller. Like I said, I'm going to be playing on PS5. I think ever since I played Diablo 3 on a controller on PlayStation 3 even, I was like, bro, I prefer this input method a million times over clickety-clackety, clickety-clackety. And then, look, I'm not criticizing anybody who prefers to play mouse and keyboard. You do you. Play however the hell you want. It's cool. I didn't like having click to move all of the time. There are certain things that I also feel controllers are a little bit limited in, but I still much prefer the controller experience. It feels like you're more in control of the character than using click to move. And I think that WASD is something that they should have implemented, especially because it was already in Diablo Immortal. So I don't know why they wouldn't do it, but whatever. Oh, there's a KFC collab. Again, Diablo 4 players slam microtransactions as more expensive than Overwatch 2 skins. You know what the solution is to that? Let me tell you what the solution is to that. Unfortunately, nobody ever does this. The solution to this particular problem is don't fucking buy them. Like, seriously, if you don't buy them, they're going to lower in price. And if you still don't buy them, they're going to lower in price even more. And if you keep on not buying them, eventually they're going to stop selling them altogether. The problem is that people are going to buy them. This is always the thing that I say. If you want to play a game that has heavy microtransactions, just don't engage with those microtransactions, and eventually things would improve. Unfortunately, people can't control themselves, and they're going to wail on these microtransactions like nobody's business due to kind of like this FOMO mindset and collectionism mindset and all of that jazz. So it's going to happen, and it's like, look, to me, it's whatever. I'm done fighting this because at this point, you know, looking to the future of gaming, I don't see a whole lot of this changing because, again, people are going to keep doing it. It is what it is. Diablo IV crossplay, cross progression, and co-op explained. Yep, the game is crossplay, which is good, as well as cross progression, which means basically if you're wondering, oh, should I get this on this console, that console on PC, wherever is the most convenient to you because you're going to be able to play people with wherever. I do think that they still have realms. I'm not sure. I'll be talking more about that. I hope that they don't have realms. So like if I want to play with someone from the US and I'm playing on the European servers and I'm not able to, that's going to piss me off a little bit. I'm just going to get that. First Diablo fans hit level 100 in permadeath will get something special. Okay, so this is the whole thing about the Lilith statue. There is a Lilith statue that Blizzard is making, and the first 1,000 players to hit level 100 in hardcore, they get to have their name inscribed in the statue. In case you're wondering, I'm not going to be doing that because I don't have as much time to play video games as I used to have. Even being a content creator, a lot of people think we have more time than other users. That's just not the case because most of our time is spent actually making videos and streaming and stuff like that rather than just playing video games. So, you know, I don't have that much time, and doing a hardcore run as my first run of Diablo 4 is going to be too frustrating. I'm not doing that. I might do a hardcore run later if I really enjoy what I've played of the game. So we'll see how that pans out. Diablo 4 microtransactions price revealed, and they aren't cheap. Like I said, don't buy them. You can now download the NVIDIA Game Ready driver for Diablo 4. Go ahead, download that now if you haven't done so, if you want to be ready to play on PC. Designer Charlie Cohen to debut Diablo 4 fashion gaming collab. These things are so weird to me. Like, I guess I just don't get it. They had the other the one, was it Balenciaga? I forget if it was Balenciaga. It was another brand that did some kind of like fashion thing with Diablo 4. I would argue that I mean, they might be trying to break in a new market, but I would argue that a majority of people that play Diablo probably don't care that much about fashion. And I wonder how much budget went into these collabs. So, I don't know. When is Diablo Season 1? Possible start date, theme, and rewards. They said it was going to be a couple of weeks after the launch. I'm not overly concerned about when the season actually starts. What about servers at launch? How are the seasons? Diablo 4 interview questions accused of being fabricated. Yeah, this was a complete mess up of the people that were being interviewed by Blizzard. I mean, the people that were interviewing Blizzard, they messed it up. They wanted to get community questions, and they couldn't get their community to ask any questions. So, yeah, it is what it is. Diablo PvP explained. We'll figure that out when it actually comes out. Best Necromancer guides, interviews, devs, breakdown, quest design, process, world building. Creators of Diablo 4 want you to go to hell. They do. Maybe in more ways than one. Twitch drops. I'm not a huge fan of Twitch drops. We're not going to be streaming on Twitch, so it doesn't really affect us anyways. Diablo 4 gets terrifying live-action trailer directed by Chloe Zhao. We're probably going to be watching this tonight, so check it out on the live stream later tonight. Combating demons with accessibility. Developer corrects earliest statements on the game's day one. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot going on with the exception of a little bits of drama. I also don't want to go too deep into this because I know that people will soon start posting like spoilers. I've seen that Asmongold's already been like reacting to endgame videos and stuff like that, and I'm like, no, I want to go in completely as blind as possible, enjoy the story, do all of that stuff. Hopefully, I'll see you guys later today for the launch live stream. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay strong, stay safe. Peace out.